Hello Scorpio, welcome to your December tarot reading. Geminis won last month. They got the most amount of likes on their video, so their video went up first. If you want yours to go up first for the month of January, make sure you hit that like button, okay? So let's get started with your tarot reading. What do we need to tell Scorpio for the upcoming month? Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. What do they need to know? What kind of messages do we have for Scorpio? Okay, you do not want to go in, and neither do you. Oh, there was two there. Interesting. You guys are holding on to something so tightly right now. So tightly. You're not wanting to let go. Whether this is a relationship, a friendship, this could even just be material goods that you're just like clinging to. I feel like you guys are really experiencing not necessarily lack, but you have a major lack mindset right now. And you're not really focusing on what you have. Instead, you're focusing on what you don't have. And that is really causing a lot of internal conflict within you. By focusing on what you don't have, it just seems like you keep bringing more and more and more of what you don't have into your life. You're almost, driving things away because you're so focused on not having them. Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And then interesting, the Nine of Cups. Okay, the Nine of Cups is actually about having a lot and almost overindulging. So I feel like it's almost like you guys are really trying to balance between these two extremes of I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough. And then when you get something, you're just going all in and you're just like if using just these cups as an example, if you're holding on to not having anything to drink, and you're just like, no, I'm not going to drink anything, I'm not going to drink anything, I'm not going to drink anything, and then you have the opportunity to have a drink and you just go overboard, right? It's kind of like the devil within you. You've been putting on these restrictions to yourself in such an extreme way that when you do finally let your guard down a little bit, you overconsume. This could be anything. Like, this doesn't have to, I said drink, not necessarily alcoholic or anything like that. It could, I don't know why you would restrict water, but this could be you were restricting food for whatever reason and then just completely overindulging. It could also be like the opposite too, where you're overindulging in things and then you do it so much that you just like, I can't do it anymore, and then you just stop. With this Four of Swords, like the overindulgence would almost be like exercise. You're like, I'm going to run every single day, and then you burn yourself up and you don't even do it for weeks on end. And you're like, oh, I need to get back into that and do it every single day. And then again, you burn yourself out. So what you need to do, this Four of Swords is saying, you need to reflect upon this situation and think about it. I'm always reminded of the expression to sleep on it. They've got three swords up on their wall. These are three experiences they've already had, and they've got the one under them. They're sleeping on it. They're thinking it through, and it's about moving forward logically. The Queen of Cups, she is nurturing and loving, and I'm feeling like you need to embrace this kind of energy of loving yourself and being grateful for your surroundings, being grateful for everything you have. Because when you're focused on like just keeping everything so tight and constrained, you don't even realize everything that you have. So like, he's got a tight grip on the pentacle in his arms. He's got, holding it down with his feet, completely oblivious to the one on top of his head, right? It's like, I don't have enough, and I've got to hold on. And then when you get something, you just overdo it. Cards are jumping. Okay. We have the Hanged Man, which is about changing your perspective. And then we have the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so this lifestyle that you're living of just kind of extremes, you're really feeling burdened by it. You're feeling like you have to carry the weight of this all by yourself. But it's about changing your perspective. Like this gentleman here, he was sword fighting with two of his friends. They were training hard, and now he feels like, oh, I have to carry all these swords back home and I have to do it all by myself. But really, he could ask his companions for help. Even this card here, the Five of Pentacles, these two gentlemen, they feel like they don't have anything. They need help. They need clothing. They need medical care. And they feel like they don't have anywhere to turn. But if they were to turn, they would see this magnificent building behind them that is willing to help them. But it's all about managing and changing this perspective of lack to a perspective of being grateful for what you do have. So that when you get more, it's not about overindulging in what you are suddenly receiving. It's about realizing that you've had it all along and welcoming more so that you don't feel like you're just always having this conflict of enough and never enough, if that makes sense to you. With the High Priestess, this is a very spiritual card, and it's about kind of opening up and seeing the bigger picture. Again, with this Hanged Man, like she is wise. She is able to see more. She's able to see this balance. There's the black and the white, and it's being able to find a middle ground, a controlled way to utilize this energy. You put so much effort into controlling what you have, and then all of a sudden you have no control, and you go into that overindulgent kind of mindset where it's like, you spend more money than you have, you eat more food than you need, you do more than you have the physical energy for. You're there's no need for him to carry all 10 wands at one time, but instead of thinking like, I could do it in 2 trips, I could do it in 5 trips, I'm going to do it all at once, get it done, over with. It's about enjoying the journey is what I'm hearing. You need to slow down and enjoy the journey. Okay? Back of the deck energy, there is the Six of Wands, and that is about victory. It is about, they've got all these other wands in the background. These are things that they've tried, and it wasn't working for them. So it was about trying something new, and this approach here has not been working for you. So it is about trying something new. This could be planning. It could be just really putting a lot of thought into the process and not just what you don't have and then what you're going to do when you have it. You need to fill in the gaps. It's this page energy, this new beginnings, this being willing to go on this journey instead of just wanting the end results. You still have to work towards it. You still have to try. And with the Star card, like it's 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water. It's about being grounded and balanced, and understand that what you have is enough, and you will always get more, and you can reach for those dreams, but you have to work for it. And then the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about working. Again, he has crafted all of these pentacles, and he is still continuing to craft. He is still continuing to work on what he needs to do to better himself, to move forward. Okay? It's this balance between the black and the white, the abundance and the lack. Okay? It is even, the male and the female balance within this Devil card. You need to find the balance in life so that you can move forward. And this might be about changing your perspective and changing the way that you are reacting to situations. Like with this 7 of Wands, each of these wands, he could have taken it as a failure and then gone back into this lack mindset. But instead he's learning and he's growing and he's moving forward. Same with this gentleman. He just keeps trying. And he's taking it one at a time. Not like this. It's not doing it all at once. It's about taking it one step at a time and progressing forward. If you do it like this, you're just going to burn yourself out. You are going to succumb to this imbalance at all times. Completion. It is about completing one project at a time and then moving on to the next. I'm feeling like you guys are not completing what you're starting. Maybe you have this lack is actually about not feeling like you ever have anything to show for what you've done. But in reality, it's because you just keep jumping from one thing to one thing, and you're overwhelming yourself. When you're dealing with all 10 wands, there's a good chance you're never going to get all 10 to where they need to be. And by tiring yourself out by carrying all 10, you might not even get one of them to where they need to be. If you can slow down and take one thing at a time and complete that one thing before moving on to the next, then you don't feel the need to just go right to the other extreme. You're getting satisfaction at little increments throughout the process. It's a change in perspective. And then we have individuality. Yeah. Yeah, I'm almost thinking this is more of, like what I was just saying, individual tasks at a time, seeing things as they are, seeing people as individuals, seeing tasks as individual things that need to be completed, instead of seeing everything as an entire group and being overwhelmed, Instead of thinking, oh, I only have these limited things. Well, you have each and every single one of them. So this month, Scorpio, it's about listening to those little voices in your head and understanding your triggers when you want to, I almost want to say hoard, when you want to hoard things, hoard emotions, or when you go to the opposite side and just indulge in everything. We need to find this control, this balance. I feel like this month is you opening your eyes to the possibility of this balance and taking the steps necessary to move towards this victory. Okay, Scorpio, so that is your reading for December. If you enjoyed this reading and you want your January reading to go up first, please don't forget to hit that like button. Okay? Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye.